He used to slam doors so hard my walls shook, then swear it never happened. So I left while he was at work, dropped a letter on the counter, and disappeared. I wish I could say it came out of nowhere. It didn't. I'd already learned the hard way that I'm not jealous can turn into you're not allowed to see them the second a man feels threatened. Years earlier, my boyfriend overheard me joking to my male best friend that great sex didn't mean love. He stormed in, demanding details, and suddenly my entire past was on trial. I set boundaries, we rebuilt trust, and I thought I finally understood what healthy looked like. Then I moved in with my next partner, and the mask didn't even wait. At first, he was sweet. Cooking, cleaning, compliments, big promises. He pushed the relationship fast, like he was scared I'd change my mind. The second I hesitated, he'd sulk for hours until I apologized. Not because I was wrong, just because I wanted peace. After that, the rules showed up. Quiet ones, don't say it like that. Why are you looking at them? Who are you texting? If I tried to take space after an argument, he'd grab my clothes and throw them into the spare room. Then he'd stand in the doorway, shaking, acting devastated, like I'd stabbed him. One night, he slammed the bedroom door so hard I jolted awake. Then he did it again and again. I lay there staring at the ceiling, heart racing, waiting for footsteps. When I told him it scared me, he laughed. I didn't even do it that hard. Then he called me dramatic. He loved to rewrite reality. If I said, you called me names, he'd blink and go, when? Name one time. If I said, you drove like a maniac, he'd say, you're exaggerating. But I remembered gripping the seatbelt with both hands while he sped and swerved, angry at traffic, angry at me, angry at the air. He also picked me apart after social events. Every word I said got reviewed like a crime. You were weird. You embarrassed me. You laughed too loud. I already had anxiety. He turned it into dread. The worst part was my phone. If I angled it away, he accused me of cheating. If I locked it, he said I was hiding things. Once, I texted a friend that I felt unsafe. He saw the reflection in a window and lost it. Later that night, I slept in the spare room. I heard the floor creak. The door opened an inch. He tried to sneak in and grab my phone. Then, when I sat up, he switched voices instantly. Babe, I just miss you. It kept escalating. He'd slam things, throw things, call me disgusting, then break up with me mid-argument just to watch me panic. When I didn't react enough, he went nuclear. I'm suicidal. I'm not okay. And suddenly I was holding his hand, comforting him, like I hadn't just been his punching bag. He even got physical once. I tried to hug him while he raged. He shoved me off like I was nothing. Then he stared at me, cold, and said, see, you're the aggressive one. I started having panic attacks so bad I threw up. One night, I was on the bathroom floor shaking. He turned on loud music in the living room, anything to drown me out, but if he felt sad, I was expected to fix it. He'd take back gifts when he was mad. He'd dump our photos in the trash. He'd say, you don't deserve me. Then he'd crawl into bed later like nothing happened. One morning, I went to the kitchen for water. The clean drinking water was gone. He'd moved it into his room and shut the door. Like I was a dog being trained. That was the moment it clicked. This wasn't anger issues. This was control. I started quietly planning. I told people at work. I saved money. I looked for a room. I stopped arguing because arguing only fed him. Then he slammed a door behind me again. The sound cracked through the hallway. My body flinched before my brain could, and I knew I was done. I waited for a day. He'd be gone. I packed in tiny trips so he wouldn't notice. A bag, shoes, documents, a charger. No dramatic goodbye. No final fight. I wrote one short letter. I'm leaving. Do not contact me. Then I walked out. I shut the door softly. No slam, just silence. I moved into an all-women house in a beautiful area. My landlord was a domestic violence social worker. When she looked at me, she didn't ask questions. She just said, you're safe here. Later, my phone buzzed with the first guilt text, then another, then 10 more. I didn't answer because here's the thing. I wasn't the problem. I was the exit plan he tried to lock inside the house. And this time, he didn't get to rewrite the ending.